Hello there, everybody. Samakatsuki slash Akatsuki here again today, and today we're going to be going over that deck profile I somewhat promised. Salamangreat without mining in without sign up mining in 2019. Yay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This deck isn't the greatest. It isn't. I'm guaranteeing you will not go above local level with this. And to be honest with you, yeah, that's kind of the thing with mining. So I just recommend if you want to take this higher than local level, buy sign up mining, because you all have time for jobs. Anyways, yeah, let's go over it. All right, so because Salamangreat Mirage Stallion was banned, we of course still have our one Gazelle. Sends all our salads, of course, from deck to graveyard, and it can summon itself when any salad monster is sent to the graveyard. So doesn't mean by like just being linked away. Means you can, if you discard a salad or send it from deck to grave, or just being destroyed in battle, just any type of sending, Gazelle will trigger and you can summon them from your hand and then send any one of your other salads. Once again, we're still playing our 3 Salad of Duality, aka Salamangreat Foxy, which on normal summon allows you to excavate the top 3 cards of your deck to add any excavated salad card to your hand, then shuffle back the remainings. And of course, if this card's in the graveyard and there's a face-up spell or trap card on the field, not just yours, you can discard a salad and summon this guy, and then you can destroy any spell or trap card on the field. So yeah, that's pretty amazing for that effect. I love him. Definitely have 3 of him. Works great if you combine him with Spinny and or Jack Jaguar, so you can discard the Jack Jaguar, summon back Foxy, and pop something, then link away Foxy, and then you can bring back Jack Jaguar that way, because now he's in the graveyard, so that's great. 2 Spinny now. Since Mirage is gone, you don't want to see this as much as you want to. It's still very good, useful. Allows you to discard himself to give 500 attack to a salad, which won't be really that relevant for the attack boost. But summoning himself back is very good for link plays. The only downside is that he banishes himself, so just be careful when you use that effect. So I just run 2. 2 Jack Jaguar, yeah. He inflicts piercing. That effect won't come up enough. But when he's in the graveyard, if you control a salad link, you can shuffle back any salad monster, including links, back into the deck. Then summon this guy to his zone he points to. This works great with Wolf because Wolf triggers off of any salad being summoned to his zone, or any monster being summoned to his zone he points to. So you can use Jack Jaguar for that combo. Foul's effect. So Foul summons himself when any Salamangreat monster is almost special summoned. You won't use the second effect to lock down a set spell or trap very often. Probably not at all, actually. But yeah, that effect is really good for helping. He's a good extender for that reason. Yes, and I have the nice little one of the OTS ones, so that's pretty cool. And of course, we have 1 Falco because, Falco's kind of a brick at multiple numbers. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can set any one of your salad spell or traps, like Circle, a Destroyed Sanctuary, Rage, Roar, any of those ones, so that's really good for that. And you won't really see this effect often, but you can bounce one of your Salamangreat monsters back into your hand, and then you can summon this guy from the grave. Unfortunately, you can only use only one of his effects per turn, so that's fair, I guess. I have only 1 Lady Debug, so I'm just playing the 1. But over Sign Up Mining, well, since I don't have Sign Up Mining, I run 3 Buffalo because, best way to start is normal summon him, link away, go into someone, discard to draw 2, and then BLX will search, so that's really good for him. Just your main draw power of the deck, you really want to hopefully draw into him because he helps you draw into stuff like your Rages, your Roars, and basically everything else. And Debug is generic searcher. I would run this at multiple copies if I had more, but since I only have the 1, we're just working with this for now. And I found only 1 Debug is alright for now because it's pretty vulnerable to Imperm. And as we're in a pretty spirally format, we need Droll and Lockbird to lock down deck searches as well. There's also Endymion decks. Altergeist, I guess, searches a bunch. Not really. But this is mainly for a Spiral matchup. 3DD Crow, also for the Spiral matchup. Other than that, run Valor over this. Helps banish stuff from your opponent's graveyard. So this works these guys together work fantastic against really search heavy decks. So yeah, I definitely recommend you play them. Main or side, one of the two. Either way it works. And of course, 3 Ash Blossoms mandatory because, well, it's a generic search, special summon from deck, or send from deck negation. So yeah, it's pretty much mandatory at this point for almost every deck in the game. Spells, we have 1 Sanctuary, which you search off of Balin X to allow you to reincarnation link someone, which is using a solid link as 1 material for the summon of the monster with the same name. 1 Foolish Burial. This helps get stuff like Spinny and Jack-Jaguar and even Falco in the graveyard to use their effects to summon themselves back, or use Falco's effect to bounce to get one of your solid spell or trap set. 1 Salamangreat Circle, of course, like Gazelle, this was limited on the July ban list, so help search your stuff, and then like Lady Debug, it's one of your 5 ways to get to Gazelle in the deck, so it's really nice. Doing some spice, I have some mind controls. You will see in the extract I don't really have a very awesome amount of targets. I'm kind of experimenting right now. But mind control, even though it was limited to 2, is still really useful because it helps steal your opponent's links. It also helps bait out negations as well, so it's pretty good for that reason. I like using it because it lets you steal your opponent's monster, then you can use them for a link summon, so that's great. And because we know how much people love using the Bureau, we are now running 3 Will of the Salamangreat. I just hate drawing into multiples of these, but when you're able to get at least 1, it does help you make a bit of a stronger board and helps you get back your solids a little easier. This will be a pretty big target for stuff like twisters and stuff, so just be careful when you use it as well. But helps get you back solids a lot easier. 3 Pot of Desires. Yeah, like I said, I've tried experimenting with Dark Hole Dealings, but again, that card sucks in Salads, so yeah, don't use that in Salad. Yeah, Pot of Desires. Be careful when you use it. Make sure you have at least Gazelle or Sanctuary in your hand before you use it, because yeah, if you banish one of those 2 pieces, you're kind of screwed. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's a +2 anyways. Sometimes the negs are bigger. Sometimes the pluses are bigger than the negs. 3 Rages. Yeah, because there's 3 Desires, we need to see this trap as much as possible. Yeah, sorry about the trap. I was using this as a proxy before, and yeah, trying to get the thing off. So yeah, 3 Rages. Yeah, send a Salad to grave to pop a card, or target one of your Salad links that's been reincarnation link summoned, and destroy cards up to that guy's link rating. So usually Wolf, so you'll usually get to pop 2. This can help disrupt your opponent's plays before they make links. So this is pretty good. And of course, 2 Roar. It's your Infernity barrier, so that's pretty amazing for that reason. You definitely I only just run 2. It's either 3 Rage or 3 Roar. It's one of those 2 works fantastic. All right, let's go on the links. Controversial, Pyro Phoenix. Not many people like running Pyro Phoenix, but I find in the context of him, I find he really works really well. When he's reincarnation link summoned, it's basically a Zark. You can destroy all the cards your opponent controls, so that's really nice. And he allows you to revive an opponent's link and inflict burn damage, so that's really nice. And one thing I do love about his second effect, it doesn't just buy the effect when you revive him. It's just when your opponent links summons in general, so you can just burn them. So it's good for that. I love the board wipe. Still playing 2 Helio, bounces spells and traps and lowers attack. So that's good for getting around certain boss monsters and helps get rid of your opponent's back row or forces them to use it up. So yeah, just 2 is fine. 3 Wolf is mandatory. Yeah, gets back your solid spells or traps, and when a monster is summoned to its own points 2, you can get back one of your fire effect monsters. Just keep in mind, one of those fire effect monsters' effects cannot be used during the turn when they're returned to the hand by Sunlight Wolf. You have to play 3. I really hope this card doesn't get hit on the next ban list, because, you know, it's pretty much the bread and butter of the deck. I can live without Mirage. I can somewhat live without Mirage, but, you know, you don't want to lose it. And, of course, through Balin X. Pretty mandatory as well. Yeah. Searches your field spell, and you can banish him from grave to save your solids from destruction once per turn, so that's really good. And of course, for just side deck stuff, Dweller locks down your opponent's graveyard. It's really important in this format because it's a pretty graveyard heavy format, filled with dangers and the spirals, and yeah, even some pendulums, and yeah, just really graveyard heavy. So this helps lock down your opponent's graveyard, so they have to try and work what they have within the hand and summon stuff from the deck. Update Jammer and Borreload. Usually want to summon Update Jammer first because he'll give 2 attacks to Borreload or one of your other monsters. And then Borreload can steal 2 monsters instead of just 1. So that's great on that. Borreload, of course, will just steal your opponent's monsters and can lower their attack points by a little bit. Also, he can't be targeted by a card effect, so he's a pretty good boss monster. Nightmare Phoenix, discard to pop something. That's to pop a Smaller Trap, so that's really good. And of course, Hiota the Farmer Charmer, because a lot of people are playing Ash Blossom, and you know they're also playing Pyro Phoenix. So yeah, for that, it's basically a easier way to get into Pyro Phoenix from that way, and I love the card for that reason as well. It's not the only reason you run it. There's also Ash Blossom targets, all that shit. Okay, for side deck, I'm running 3 Twin Twisters, back row hate. Again, 3 Veiler. I have 3 Veiler. I'm thinking of running this in the main deck, personally. But for now, I found DD Crow was a little better for the Spiral matchups, so I think Veiler and Side is fine for now. I'll switch out if I find Veiler's better. Nibiru, big special summon boys. You want to deal with those real quick. So yeah, when 5 or more monsters have been summoned by your opponent, you can reveal this guy in your the effect you basically reveal in hand. You activate the effect of him. So. I think. I don't know. Either way, his effect will tribute all your opponent's all the monsters on the field, then summon himself and a beefy token. So yeah, makes your opponent have to try playing around Nibiru. And of course, we have Super Polymerization and Super Polymerization targets. Yeah, helps break doors a bit. Usual mirror match, solid matchup, dark deck match. So yeah, it's pretty good for that. Yeah, this is something I really love. Hero players have like a really big fetish for dark heroes because, well, Darkala is strong, Bane is strong. Is Bane even a dark? I think it might be an earth. Yeah, so yeah, this will help get through that. Yeah, this deals with Appaloosa, Trigate, that whole combo that Salads have now, and of course Mirror Match, tons of damage. Just make sure your opponent doesn't super poly your Chimera into their Violent Chimera, otherwise you're going to be in for a rough time. And of course, I have 1 Tornado Dragon for more back row hate. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my Salamangreat build. It's not the greatest build, but again, I don't have Sign of Mining or multiple debugs, so I just tried my best to work with what I got. This might be the last solid deck profile I do for a while because, you know, I'm going to be busy with school, all that stuff. But I do thank you all very much for your help in making my decks better. This helps me improve as a player and helps me figure out what I have to go after next. So other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.